Hey guys, and welcome to our review for Ant-Man and the Wasp, directed by Peyton Reed, starring Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michael Pena, Lawrence Fishburne, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Kirk Douglas,
Walton Goggins,
T.I.
Randall Park, John Kamen,
T.I. and Daniel Dash.
David Dalmatian.
I love that guy.
David Dalmatian.
Yeah. My name is Scott Ellis.
The
I'm
host.
joined here by Tim McGavick,
Hey.
Tyler Switolski,
Thanks for having me here.
and Adam Franey.
It was Fonzie, I guess.
Hey.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Tim,
Yeah.
can you give us a synopsis of Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I cannot because I did not see it. I'm kidding.
Classic Tim.
A
Good
few
one.
days before Scott Lang's house arrest is over, he's pulled into helping Hank Pym and his daughter Hope rescue Janet Van Dyne from the quantum realm.
What do you think, Scott?
Very interesting.
What's the buzz?
Tim, let's start with you as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What do you think of Ant-Man? What did you think of the first one? Let's start with that. Let's start with
First one was a heavy 3. I liked it. Wasn't like anything great.
That's probably what I get.
Left me wanting a little bit more.
So knowing that,
Knowing that, this one is on par with the first one, I'd say.
interesting.
Small story, again. It's Ant-Man.
It's not funny.
I liked a lot of parts of it, but I did not like the villain story that was happening. Very weak. Not a big fan of either villain.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I felt like there was just like a lot of small villains.
Yeah, like I didn't like Walter Goggins' character that much. I didn't like the Ghost character. Like I thought the Ghost character was like a cool idea and like cool like look, but
Very disappointed by the story of it.
yeah, the actual story of what happened there, I just didn't really like a whole lot. I would have preferred this movie to do a lot more subatomic stuff. Like if you're going to do that,
If you're gonna set the premise of the movie around the quantum
around
realm,
rescuing
yeah,
her from quantum realm, make it more about like them going into quantum realm and like dealing with issues in that realm.
Right.
explore that more.
Because the actual like realm part seemed pretty easy to do, actually, to be honest. Like it was almost no problem at all.
You just shrink into the quantum realm
Get her
and then leave.
and leave.
Very
Spoilers.
interesting.
But it's that part was like so like small in the actual story, but it's like I feel like they could have done more. Could have done more with that part. But I thought it was pretty funny. Some pretty funny moments. I like Paul Rudd, super likable dude.
Oh, most charming man alive,
Almost from my life.
arguably. 49.
I saw some complaints that he became like a bumbling idiot in this movie.
He was bumbling idiot in the first
I
movie.
did see Chris Stuckman's review.
Yeah, I don't.
And he mentioned that.
I don't.
Really?
I was expecting more bumbling from it, but it's not his fault. It's because the suit he's given is malfunctioning, and that's why he's bumbling through things because it's messing him up.
Yeah.
But
He also
in the
hasn't-
first one, I agree a little bit with Stuckman. Like,
Yeah,
in the first one, he was like
very
kicking
confident.
ass.
Yes.
And this one, he was just like, like
Yeah.
suit like shrinking. He's like running with the hoodie.
But again, it's not like his. It's not him. It's not his
That's
fault.
just comedic effect. Man.
It's the
That's
suit
not
that he's been
how-
given is like
Yeah.
messing him up.
I
So it's
don't
not like a character trait of him being like a doofus.
It's not like he's got.
But
All,
he was a
everything
little
working
bit
for him.
bumbling, besides just the suit malfunctioning.
I don't think so.
Not much.
But you just saw it, so you know more than
Yeah,
your opinion is more valid than mine.
of course.
But yeah, I liked it. The mid-credits scene I would have just put at the end of the movie. Again, this is me rewriting movies in my own head. I would have finished the movie a different way. I thought the ending was fairly weak. Like the actual like last scene was fairly weak.
We'll get into spoilers, but I don't think the end credits, the mid credits, would have fit with the vibe of the whole movie. So I think that's why they put it
I
in
know
the credits.
it's a darker mid-credit scene.
Word.
What else I have to say about it? That's about it for now, I guess.
I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna start off by saying the theater experience, and Adam can attest to this. It's not often I mention the theater experience. One of the worst theater experiences
A lot of kids.
ever. People on their phone, people yelling, "Get off your fucking phone!" Like, and what was? Oh, the kid. There's a kid sitting next to Adam that was just like the whole time. It's like, I had like a physical reaction. Like the kid is talking like loudly to his parent, grandparent, whatever, and not once did that person say,
Hey.
"Shh, like you're being loud."
We're in a movie.
There's other people here.
We don't talk.
The kid's like, I don't know, just
Give me
talking during the whole
give me an
movie.
example of like how loud they
I
were.
don't know, Adam. You got anything there?
Like,
I'm movie
do you
theater's
remember
quiet.
anything that the kid
I'm watching.
said?
Go.
oh, I bet that hurt, Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And then, you know when David Dalmatian, what's his name?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
He says the thing about the Russian witch.
Yeah.
He's like, I know about these people's lives. He said, Poppy, is that a real fairy tale? And he's like, yeah, that's
Oh, Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga, yes.
Yes, son. That's a real
Grandmama told me about it when I was a kid. Like, they're Russian, apparently. I know their whole fucking lives.
But they're talking so loud.
They're literally talking
fucking enraging.
like dead silence, kids just commenting on every single scene. Am I exaggerating?
No.
It must have been every single scene.
I would have left.
I thought about leaving. I forgot to mention this to you. I was gonna go ask for like a free pass and just go see it a different time, because like we're kids literally sitting right beside me,
Unbearable.
and I'm like, oh,
I'm gonna just give my 2 cents on this. I just saw it like 3 hours ago, and there was probably a row of 12 kids behind me, and the entire time I just wanted to just yell, "Just shut up!" But I didn't. I contained myself in the theater
these
because I
kids
didn't want to
think
get
they
kicked
are
out.
coming to see a
But
superhero movie.
then there was this mother who kept going like this, who sat like next to me. She was like you. And she kept going this, which was almost worse because like she's just like.
It's distracting.
It's loud enough for me to
Honestly?
hear it, but not enough for the 12 kids who don't give a shit to hear it.
We need a PSA right now.
Anyways, it's just
Shut the fuck up.
shut the fuck up and watch the
Shut
movie.
up.
I paid
There's other people
$12 and a
here.
half
Like
dollars to see this film.
Let's move
Shut
on.
up.
Let's move on though.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I feel
was just
better.
saying, I wasn't mad at the kid. I was mad at his guardian who was with him, not saying anything to him.
So you hate Russians, pretty
The
much.
kid, yeah,
Yeah.
no, the kid doesn't know, right? It's fine. He's a kid. You should.
I'm sure when the kid's at
fucking
home watching a movie,
telling
he's
him,
doing the exact same thing, but he,
Yeah.
buddy, we're in public. Please keep your voice down. That's all. Not a word though. He's like encouraging, like, yeah, that's crazy, right? Oh, and I was like,
just like,
and then the guy on my left texting. People are telling him to turn his phone off. People are coming in like, you're in our seats. Like half an hour into the movie.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah,
No,
great.
we're not. Yeah, you are. Look. And like big argument.
standing up in the middle, like right next to us.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm
god.
just like, I'm trying to watch the fucking movie.
But you digress.
Oh,
I
yeah.
digress.
6 out of 5.
Besides that infuriating theater experience,
I'm silently raging for you guys right now.
Thank you.
I mean, honestly,
brother.
I think it hurt the movie, to be honest, because I did
How could
not
it not?
enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
At all.
Ooh. At all.
I was not into it.
Hated it.
I didn't
really?
laugh once, I feel like.
Really interesting.
Yeah. I thought,
I got eviscerated for this reaction at the first one. I don't know if you guys
I do remember that.
Infamous Ant-Man.
I gave you.
I feel like I liked the
Episode
first one
number
more.
4.
Yeah.
I definitely liked the first one more. Yeah, I remember laughing hard in the first one. Like, there
Yeah.
were some really funny moments. This one, there wasn't any of those really big funny moments. There was like this one sequence with Michael Pena that was funny, where he's like doing the same thing where he like talks really fast and blah, 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 and
Yeah.
his
like in
shtick.
prison and blah, blah, blah.
The truth serum part?
Yeah,
That
the
part was
truth
hilarious.
serum. That was the funniest part.
Yeah.
Even then,
Really?
it was like fine. Like it was funny.
You didn't like him with the hoodie running through school?
I thought it was
That
a
made
little
me laugh.
goofy.
A little?
It was a little goofy where he's running and his hands are just like, because they're
You
so
want an
short.
orange slice. I liked it.
But it was a little goof. It was goofy, but it wasn't like laugh out loud funny. You know, it was kind of like, huh, funny.
I agree.
Yeah.
Is that, I don't know, is that weird?
It's your
I did
opinion.
like everyone in it. I mean, Paul Rudd is perfect. Eventually, Lily is great. I thought she had some good action sequences.
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Douglas is solid as Hank Pym. Really like him. Michelle Pfeiffer not in it a whole lot, but
No.
I do like Michelle Pfeiffer. There's not much to say about her character.
No,
There's,
no.
there's really nothing there.
There's-
spoiler.
Does she, I guess this isn't really a spoiler. I guess does she have another character in the MCU that she becomes
No.
with?
Who?
I mean, this isn't. I mean, there's the flashback sequence in the beginning of the movie
Yes.
of this movie.
Yeah. Like
She was the Wasp.
She was the Wasp.
Yeah.
But like, does that
Just like
character?
Michael Douglas was Ant-Man.
Yeah. But like, does she evolve? Like, you know, like Hawkeye evolves into
Mm.
Ronin. You know, like does this character? Does she evolve into like something else?
I don't think so.
No.
Huh.
She's Hope Van Dyne.
Okay.
Janet Van Dyne.
Janet, sorry. Hope is right. Anyways, yeah, I think everyone was great in it. But just the movie itself, I don't know. It was like Ant-Man light. In my opinion, like it just
interesting.
And some people have said the opposite. Some people like this more than the first one.
Ryan, my brother, likes it more than the first one. And he really liked the first one, but he liked this one more.
There's definitely some good visual gags, I'll say, with like the building shrinking, which is slightly humorous.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's more like a gag than like a joke per se. Yeah,
Pez dispenser.
humorous.
Pez dispenser.
Humorous. The seagull,
Ants.
like the seagull eating the different ants.
That was
Oh,
funny.
that was funny.
The like ant names.
Fuck you.
Like,
That was funny. I laughed.
the-
a lot.
Antonio
the
Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
I mean, to me, they're all like, they're just like slightly humorous
I
to
think
me.
Tim's rubbing off on you.
What?
You hate comedy.
Yeah, you're no longer laughing.
So do you.
It was hard. Honestly, it was a tough
You
viewing
hate
experience,
laughter.
just based on the surroundings.
I
as
could
well.
see that ruining your
And
experience a little
the
bit.
whole time, I'm just like, oh god, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And
you're a kid,
I
bro.
just thought overall, I don't think it was 100% the theater experience. I do think it just was very. It's honestly, it felt like a Marvel Netflix TV episode
Savage.
Wow.
With a big budget.
with a bigger budget and more CG.
I
But like,
agree.
it didn't have the same weight as the other ones, which I know that's what they're.
That's it.
You know, you're coming off,
Infinity
War.
It's a palate cleanser.
Yeah, it's it's pickled ginger, if you will.
Honestly, I'm gonna on that note, I'm gonna jump in on that because I feel like this was definitely.
What did you think?
I feel like this was definitely setting up. This didn't feel like it was like a big. This wasn't like a big stakes movie. I feel like this was more of a stepping stone for what they want their characters to become for the second Infinity War movie. They had the mission to go and get Hope's mother out of the quantum realm. I think that they have plans for her character.
Well, without the mid-credit sequence, would you say the same thing though, or is that just without spoiling that? Like without that, it's fairly contained.
Yeah, I would say
So
without that,
that-
it's fairly contained.
Everything else doesn't really
Like
set
the
it.
first one. Wasn't the first one?
Very contained.
Yeah.
Yeah, first one was very contained as well. It was very, like not like world-ending kind of problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
like,
without saying what the sequence is, I feel like that.
And that was the first movie after.
yeah, I kind of like after I watched it, I was like, okay, well, I was like, when is this gonna kind of tie into Infinity Wars, or how would it? And then after they do like a mid obviously the mid credit sequence. But I think that like watching that makes me think that everything they did up to that point was just to set that up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking, especially what happens with Ant-Man and all the other characters. I think that they
Definitely, yeah, it definitely could be.
Yeah,
And
that's
we'll get into it.
Yeah, but I thought it was good though. I thought it was good. I felt like it was very similar to the first one in a good way. I feel like they hit a lot of the same notes again in a good way. I don't necessarily agree that he's. I think I agree more with Tim. He's not necessarily a bumbling idiot in this, but he's kind of been out of the game for 2 years. He hasn't really had a suit. The new one keeps malfunctioning. Shit just keeps going wrong for him. So I think it's just kind of him kind of dealing with being on house arrest for 2 years and then just jumping back into the game. So that's kind of my view on it.
Maybe, just to touch on that as well. Maybe I just wish he had more like hero moments, like
Yeah,
where he like does something cool that's like worthy of like him being
A
the
heroic,
star of the
yeah.
movie. Like,
that's fair.
There wasn't a lot of that. I mean,
No.
there's a couple sequences, where he comes in and like saves like the
Actually, yeah,
Wasp.
I'll agree. His character didn't feel as strong in this one.
Like 1 or 2 sequences.
The
where you're
Wasp is like the action star of this movie,
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah, but I feel like it's Ant-Man and the Wasp like equally. I don't know. He didn't have those hero moments.
She had a lot more of those moments.
She had them,
Yeah.
which is fine. But
It's 2018.
it just sort of.
Women can be heroes too.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying, he's also a star, and I don't know. I wanted more hero moments from Ant-Man.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Adam, what do you think?
Since I originally saw Ant-Man, didn't like first time. Rewatched
The first
it.
one you're watching.
The first Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Rewatched it since. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's like a heavy 3.
Okay.
This, pretty much on par. I also enjoyed this. Nice little palate cleanse. Didn't love it. I was able to
Put the blinders on.
put the blinders on and laser focus and tune out the kid on my right and the man texting on my left. Just give me PTSD there. Yeah, I thought Paul Rudd's obviously a charm factory. Like, he's just, I don't know, I feel like I could watch him all day. He's hilarious to me. Evangeline Lilly was fantastic. I thought she definitely had the better action sequences. Like,
She kicked ass.
but I basically kind of agree to some extent with everybody. I did enjoy it, I think, more than you, Scott, but I can see some of your points. But I keep thinking of the first one, like, to this idea that he is like kicking ass and he's this idiot. Wasn't that the first? That was like that in the first one. She literally teaches him how to fight.
Yeah.
And she's like repeatedly like punching him in the face when he's not.
Yeah, he's not great at what he does.
He's like kind of an idiot. in
Well,
the
he's
first
still
one.
He's a
learning.
great thief.
Yeah, he's a great thief.
He's a great
still
thief.
learning to be a...
But she is the tough girl in the first one. Like,
Yeah.
she literally beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So,
And
like,
there's no heist in this one, so he's kind of like out of his element.
right.
Yeah, maybe,
Heisty
maybe
stuff.
that's it.
That's what I was seeing. I was like, yeah, that's in line with the first one. Like, she's the tough girl.
Yeah.
And, you know,
He's still a rookie.
yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it kept right in line. But, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of fine. I think maybe a hair less than the first one. I mean, yeah, the kind of... I loved him in Civil War. I still think that's the best Ant-Man movie. That's the best he's been used. And I don't know if you guys saw the controversy with Peyton Reed promoting this movie this week.
Yeah, he's saying that
Controversy.
he was horseshoed into some stuff.
Well, sort of.
Shoehorned.
He was angry that the Russo brothers stole the Giant Man reveal in Civil War.
Right.
And he was kind of very combative with Feige, kind of put up a bit of a stink saying, what the fuck? Ant-Man's mine. Let me, like, save that for me and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Peyton.
And it's,
Like, tone it down.
I think
Check-
Feige was
Check
like,
yourself, Peyton.
Peyton,
Feige was like,
when you
fuck
make a Winter
Mm.
Soldier, then you can
I'm
have...
the
Yeah.
fucking boss.
You can have whatever you want, but right now this is Civil War. Beat it, bud. And they were also going to put the Wasp reveal in Civil War. She was also going to be there, and he apparently put up a even bigger fight over that and was able to convince Feige to let him.
Well, I think
have
that would have been a mistake, 100%.
Yeah, I agree with him there. Well, even Feige obviously agreed. He was like, "Okay, fine. Jeez, we have like 15 characters in this movie. You can."
They revealed Spider-Man, so like that,
Right.
that was enough.
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of interesting. But he's like said
Black
he's still
Panther.
happy. Yeah.
Mm.
He said he still would do another Ant-Man movie. Like, he's happy.
See, to me, Peyton Reed is like, there's just no, like,
Cloud.
I don't know. There's no like
Style to him?
defining style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a hired gun. Yeah.
Zero style.
I mean, I love Bring It On, but my God,
It's just like devoid of any like specific style.
he's the poor man's Ron Howard,
Yeah, that's tough.
which is tough.
That's tough. I did like the Quantum Realm stuff. Anytime they shrink super tiny,
Amazing.
the what do they call it?
Relatable.
What are those little, the smallest creatures on Earth? The
Micro.
TARDIS something?
The TARDIS,
Adam's penis.
Not the not the TARDIS. TARDIS.
Thank
That's from Doctor Who. The
There's something like that right there, right?
TARDIS
sauce?
something
Yeah.
TARDIS. Anyways, yeah, just seeing that world shrunken down, I thought it was super cool. And I agree with you. I'm pretty sure you were the one that brought it up. Just that I just wish there was more.
Yeah.
I wish there was more of that. I remember that in the first one too. It was really cool. Super psychedelic.
Well, there's more than the first.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess that's something. I like the. It's not spoiler to say, like, I like Michael Douglas's. That whole area.
Spoiler.
Is that spoiler?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just edit that out.
Forget
I'm
that.
just joking. I didn't.
Well, let's give
I
our
didn't see
our
it. I didn't
ratings
see it.
and let's move into some spoilers. Tim, let's start with you.
I'm gonna go heavy 3 again on this guy.
3. I loved it.
Didn't love it. Liked it.
I
Liked
liked it.
You know what? I'm probably going to go heavy 3 as well.
Heavy 3. Like, I liked it.
That's you.
Heavy 3. Fuck it. Same, right on par with the first one.
Scott's gonna give it a 3.
I don't care what you think, Scott. Give it
2.
a 0.
He's giving it 2. Lowest, worst MCU
I'm gonna
movie.
say 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
It's pretty alright. It's pretty meh.
Pretty what's that?
Meh.
Is that Daniel Radcliffe as a jet
It's
ski?
real.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a real
From Morton Joe.
Well, let's move on into spoilers. So if you haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Mm.
check it out in theaters.
Made a lot of money. 80 million.
It did.
Worth saying.
Might have been 79 million, but I digress.
I mean, who's counting?
Marvel's counting the money.
I mean, Infinity War made $2 billion. Just crossed $2 billion.
That's crazy. But yeah, check it out in theaters. So fair warning, if you haven't seen it, we will be discussing some spoiler elements.
Mhm.
So check it out or pause this video and go watch it. Or continue at your own
Peril.
peril.
Let's break it down.
So Adam, what were you saying? You about Hank Pym?
I loved the look of the quantum realm, was
Yes.
it? When
Yes.
he was in there. That, like,
With his suit?
his
You
suit.
get to put on a suit.
That annihilation, like, shimmer.
Yeah.
Technicolor. Oh,
Craziness.
so
Yeah.
good.
Super cool.
And I just love, like, him as Hank Pym. I remember saying about the first one, but
I love when
I want more Hank
I
Pym.
love when they make him look younger. Like he looks
Oh.
so good.
The de-aging is on point.
Yeah.
Marvel's just, like, cracking home runs with the de-aging.
Yeah.
They're just, like...
It's ridiculous.
They're
Michelle
just
Pfeiffer
flexing.
looks great.
Yeah.
Come on. And
Crazy.
they just said they're going to do Nick Cage for Captain Marvel. Hopefully... What did I say?
And what's his name? Agent Coulson.
Did I
as
mess
well.
up? Did I say
You
Nick
said Nick
Cage?
Cage?
Nick
Fuck. Nick Fury.
Yeah.
God
Nick Fury's
damn it.
full DH for the entire movie, apparently.
Yeah. Both eyes.
Kurt
Get hype.
Russell. Kurt Russell, Guardians 2 looks phenomenal.
Great, yeah.
They're killing it.
They're killing it.
There's still a little
That's
bit of
all I'm
uncanny valley, to be honest, but it does look very good. But there's still
Those-
that. Just because I know it's the
Yeah.
age,
Jules,
Yeah.
What is that layer right
there's just
there?
something that's
Yeah.
hard to.
I know you're not that young anymore.
Yeah.
It's weird when even Michael Douglas, you've seen them young,
Yeah.
right? And Sam Jackson, I'm going to be thinking about Pulp Fiction. I
Yeah.
feel like it's going to be like a little video gamey.
Yeah.
But it's only when they like go full, like they show the whole face like talking.
Yeah.
If they kind of do quick camera movements and make it like sort of subtle, it like tricks the eye.
Play with shadows as well.
Yeah,
like
stuff like
Like,
that.
yeah, stuff like in this one here when you saw him, like he was kind of like in like kind of like a shadow doorway when you saw him in this one. So it
Yeah.
was like it wasn't noticeable.
Actually, Lawrence Fishburne looked pretty fucking good.
Robert Downey Jr. in Civil War looked
Yeah,
great
Lawrence
as well.
Fishburne.
Yes.
Yeah, that looked
That was
really good.
crazy. I thought that looked the
Bizarre.
best.
When was Lawrence
I was like,
Fishburne?
who is that? Oh my
This one.
god, it's him.
They did a flashback of him in this.
You just saw it 3 hours ago.
When he finds.
He goes to the
Ghost.
orphanage. He finds Ghost.
Oh yeah,
Did that?
He has like
that
sideburns.
was
Yeah.
amazing.
Short hair.
that looked very
I
good.
was like,
So
what?
let me ask you
No,
guys, what do you think of Lawrence Fishburne? I mean, you can sort of tell from the trailer, like, okay, he's probably like got some villainous intent.
You thought so?
I think so.
Also, I was surprised actually. That
Yeah, I was very surprised.
Really?
I had no idea.
I don't
It seemed too obvious.
know. I didn't even care. I was like, whatever.
I thought it was fine.
I don't like either villain. In
He didn't go full villain, so
It was,
Yeah. Is
technically,
he
it was
villain?
like 3 villains.
Sorry, Walt.
I was pretty glad actually that he didn't go full.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought
Maniacal.
Goggins was bad. Like,
Yeah,
character,
Goggins-
cartoony.
Golgan.
Gollum. Walt
Goggins, Walton,
Yeah, he's pretty much his character from
such
Tomb
a
Raider.
throwaway. Like you cut that
Yeah.
whole character out.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Raider.
Honestly, you could cut like each one of them out, and it
Not
would
the
still be like
chandelier.
it would be like okay.
Just cut everyone out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
cut out
Yeah.
all the villains.
I would cut the villains out and just make this movie about them going to the quantum realm.
Just a comedy. Yeah.
Like the quantum realm. Oh my god, my voice. The
Whoa.
quantum realm
Yeah,
is the villain.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
the villain.
yeah.
I agree.
Like a journey to
Yeah,
the center
yeah.
of the earth type movie.
Yes, that's what I would have done with this movie.
Yeah.
For sure. And then
Why don't you make
my
movies
original
that
idea
do
was
that?
like when this movie first, I was like, oh, like after Infinity War came out and this movie was coming up, I was like, oh, I bet the ending's gonna be they go into the quantum realm and when they come out, they've discovered that like half the universe is gone. I thought that's how the movie was gonna end.
That is kind of how it ended.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
it?
I would have like literally ended the movie. Like all 4 of them, like the 3 of them should have gone in to get Janet. And when all
Yes.
4 come out,
Yes.
they're
Someone
like,
has to bring them out.
Fuck.
That's the thing, I guess. Here's one thing I didn't like. I didn't like the way they explained the science of it. I don't know. It's not enough. Like, how exactly did they pinpoint her? in the quantum realm? Like, it just
I
was just
don't
like,
even.
They tracked her voice.
My
yes, but
brain-
what? Like, it's just like, to me, it was just so unfathomable.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's
you gotta,
It's also the
you gotta-
quantum space, Scott.
But like, you gotta like explain it a little
animated.
better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just didn't believe it.
it's never gonna be
The
understood.
kid
properly.
bought it. Kid beside me.
He was like, "That's
And
real
also-
good.
I
That's
guess
smart."
I agree.
Quantum physics.
The Chris Tuckman review. He mentioned
The goat.
something that he couldn't talk about.
Yeah, twist or something.
Very spoilery. And I think I know what it is.
Is it Janet's powers?
It's somehow Janet Van Dyne.
Yeah,
Is a superhuman now.
That's what I'm wondering. Is she like? Did she
has
become?
superpowers now.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
She can heal people
Well,
I
she
guess.
healed that other girl who she was having like.
by
A
touching them.
quantum
She
meltdown.
touches
She's having a
people
quantum
and she
meltdown.
cures them.
So I think I think she didn't like cure her. More or less, she kind of
She like stabilized her.
stabilized her because they were both affected by the quantum realm.
Yeah. I don't know why he has such a problem.
But
with that.
like, but
I
how?
don't like that.
She's been living in the quantum realm for like
30 years.
30 years.
But how does that
What's
give her
that
powers?
do? Yeah, why does that give
It
her
Fucks up
affects
your-
you. It affects your molecules. Your
But
DNA.
how?
Shimmer and then
Can you
But
explain
how?
how?
Like
But
Yeah.
it was just such a leap. It was like, oh, she's
Wow.
been there for 30 years, so she
that
has
doesn't
powers.
bug me whatsoever.
Yeah, it didn't bug me. I'm like, yeah, she's.
That's
been-
actually honestly, it's actually it'd be weird if
It's
she
not a
came,
huge pet peeve. It's just like, what?
I thought it was weird.
It was a little bit of a
it'd be
jump.
weird if she came back from the quantum realm and wasn't affected. It's the same thing from like I'm gonna hate this example, but Fan Four Stick. You know, what's the face goes
Oh,
into
yes.
it works.
I know.
He goes there, he comes back, and he's all like fucked.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got special. It's like it's just
Yeah.
like
But
the
She looked
environment
normal,
affecting
but
you.
she just
She's powers.
absorbed some quantum
Yeah.
energy and then
Yeah.
became a quantum
For 30 years.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
fine with it.
they convinced me.
Oh
It's
my
true.
god.
It's like if you're in the Shimmer and Annihilation for
yeah, it happens all the time.
30 years. Yeah, remember when you were in the Shimmer
Oh, okay.
and your molecules get all fucking fucky,
Oh.
Yeah, they got all fucking fucky.
You're getting affected
Oh,
on like a
okay.
subatomic level.
and then you touch
For
people's
30
heads
years.
and
Quantum
3 decades.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Physics.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
it's physics,
okay.
man.
Got it?
Yeah,
Got
okay,
it?
got it.
Neil deGrasse
Science
Tyson
fiction. Got it, guys.
proved.
Yeah,
That
he
makes
tweeted.
sense.
He's like, this is exactly what would happen after
Yeah.
30 years. And
No, this
Okay.
did
He was shrunk
happen.
down into a super tiny.
I do want to quickly mention one joke that I laughed out loud at.
Yeah.
Wow.
Take 2.
The Baba Yaga, the Baba Yaga,
Babadook?
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga, when she appears in the room during the truth serum part and takes a thing, and then Daniel starts like quoting the poem to himself.
Yeah.
I died. That guy is so funny.
That was funny.
Oh my
was
god.
Now, should we talk about the elephant in the room? I guess the
Dude, he's right here.
that was fucking rude. Get. All right, Dumbo, keep it down over there.
Sorry.
Sorry.
The actual elephant, the metaphorical elephant in the room.
The mid-credits.
Stop
The
using
mid-credits sequence.
that analogy, please.
We'll stop talking about the elephant. Okay.
Not that fat. Really.
So, the three of them, Hank, Pym, Hope, Janet, they're outside.
Yeah.
No, they're out. Well, they are outside.
They're outside.
And Scott Lang gets sent down into the quantum realm again to gather some quantum energy, I guess, that will help Ghost, because Ghost becomes somewhat of not a villain at the end.
Yeah.
They sort of help her. And while he's down in the quantum realm, Thanos snaps his finger, and all three of them get dusted.
Yeah. Get wrecked.
What do you guys think about this?
Interesting.
Does it fit the movie?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Again, because it's just tying into the whole universe. So I'm interested to see where Ant-Man starts in Infinity War Part 2.
Yeah.
Someone's got to
How
get him
does
out
he
of
get
there.
out?
That's the thing. Like, I don't think they're going to be able to.
Now he's gotten himself out before,
Yeah.
but he also sent himself in before. So I don't know if
So-
it's different because he got sent in
Different
a
method.
different
Yeah.
method. So we'll see what happens. I don't know, man.
Also, Janet Van Dyne was like, watch out for the time something or other.
Watch out for all
The
these
time
things.
void or
Yeah.
something.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It was
She like
sort
said
of
like a whole
throwaway
bunch of
line.
things to avoid while you're
Watch
in
out
there.
for the time vortex.
What does that mean? Could he go back in time?
I mean,
Captain Marvel? So
Oh.
you saw those set photos of all them like in the past, right?
No.
Maybe.
Really?
You
Oh,
know?
shit. Big spoiler.
Of what in the past?
There's
What?
time travel?
No, wait. Who went in the past? What?
I don't want
worry
to
about
know.
We don't know if it's in the past or not.
What's in the past?
Anyways,
Past different.
What's going on?
I feel like that's probably it.
Yeah.
Anyways, did you guys like it?
Yes. That's how the movie
You're-
should have
you're
ended. Yes.
down.
I would have put that at the end of the movie. Is what I've said.
Right.
Just do it at the end of the movie.
Adam, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I think it was like a PSA, like this is where Ant-Man was in Infinity War. Stop asking, kind of thing, or like a good like excuse for people to be like, why didn't Ant-Man come? House arrest wouldn't have stopped him, right?
House arrest did stop him. Well, we actually don't know how far apart that takes place.
Well,
Yeah, we don't know when the mid-credit sequence happened. How far after the events of this movie
True.
did
True.
that happen? But anyways, during the snap, he was in the quantum realm.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it was very convenient that 50% of the universe died, but 75% of
their
those people
team.
died.
Yeah. What are the odds
all
of
the
that?
all the people that could help him are now gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
I
interesting.
literally don't know what it means for the future. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be in.
Well, I was saying they don't even know. They
Just
said
means that he's
Ant-Man and the
trapped.
Wasp or Ant-Man and the Wasp will return? Question mark.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Obviously, they will return.
In what?
But will they though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. It's a question mark. That question.
What do you guys think of Ghost?
Liked her.
Did
I
not
liked her powers and like look, but again, that storyline with her wasn't.
Yeah.
She got a little maniacal, a little bit too maniacal for me.
Didn't care. Yeah.
Like, why don't you just wait, like literally half an hour until they get out of the quantum realm, and then they can help you.
Yeah.
Like she was just so impatient. She's like, "No, I have to kill her."
Yeah.
I'm dying. Like, you,
Okay, give
it
it
2
give
weeks.
it 20 minutes.
You have like 2 weeks.
Give
before
it
you're
20
dead.
minutes,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
But then they fast forward. It's like I only have a few days. I'm like, wait, where did that come from? Like,
I was just like, what?
She just
I
rounded
just
it down.
didn't believe-
Yeah.
It wasn't believable. I was
Yeah.
just like, who would... Like, just wait 20 minutes.
Like, honestly,
and they'll help you.
it was like a toss up between her, Lawrence Fishburne, and Walton Goggins. Like all three of them, I was just like,
I didn't like any of them. Really.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Just make it a
Like,
journey to the center of the earth.
Yeah.
maybe.
I liked the aspect of like them bringing in the character who was Goliath. Like I thought that was kind of the Goliath project. That was kind of fun. That was kind of cool. Kind of a toss in there.
Who's that?
Lawrence Fishburne was Goliath.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's what they allude to.
Oh, right. Because he's talking about like how he used to
25,
Yes.
21 feet or something like that.
He worked on the Goliath
Right.
program.
Yeah.
Which you mentioned.
And
right?
so like that was kind of cool, but then like everything after that felt really weak for Lawrence Fishburne. Walton Goggins, like at the very beginning, I was like, okay, I work with these people in the FBI, and I was like, okay, kind of cool. His character's gonna tie in a little bit. Literally, we don't know who the fuck he's talking to. Just weak.
I definitely forgot he was in it. I know
Yeah.
the second he showed on the screen, I'm pretty sure Adam audibly gasped.
Yeah,
I had no idea. Like, did we
Walton
know
Goggins
he was
is
in
in
it?
this?
yeah. His name's on the
Sonny
big cardboard
Birch.
cutout.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? I was astonished.
I remember that scene. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I don't remember him being in this.
Walton.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about specifically? I mean, the end credit sequence is just
A total piss off.
Just the ant playing drums.
I was so like I texted you guys, and I was just like,
Wow.
I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting for the last the last credit. And I'm just sitting there going, I'm like, waiting, and then the ant fucking does a drum solo, and I'm like,
Yeah, that was bad.
Devastating.
But they're all the second one's always. A
see,
joke.
that's what I realized
Should
because
have
like
accepted this by now. We
Yeah.
already got the zinger,
from like,
right? You got to expect something light.
but you have to see it though. That's the thing. You can't leave.
It's part of the
There's
experience.
definitely been better, like those funny ones at the very end. Like,
Yeah.
what's the one with
Captain
like,
America. one.
Captain America?
Spider-Man.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Great.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Howard the Duck, I thought was funny. Just from
Yeah.
shock.
Just a big. There was just
I
a
was
big like.
what the fuck you?
Yeah.
For waiting.
Yeah.
Well, I think that'll do it for our review of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Tim,
Yes.
where can people find us?
People can find us on Twitter at UpReal8. You can find me personally on Letterboxd at UpRealTim and on Instagram at TheCraftPundit.
You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at UpReal8 Podcast. You can also find me on Letterboxd at UpRealTie.
You can find me on Twitter at Franey25 and Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam.
Find myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And yeah, guys, if you enjoy this video, leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section if you want to join our discussion about Ant-Man and the Wasp. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And as always, keep it real.